How many gloves can I put on for a glove review? Hey guys, welcome back to another review on the Time to Run channel. Winter is here, and one of the most common questions asked by runners and athletes who want to continue their training outdoors after what shoe should I be wearing, maybe this one, what accessories do I need for my winter sessions? And that is why today I'm going to be going over a glove review. Today I'm going to be going over the variety of gloves I use during my winter sessions. Now some of you live in winter similar to mine, where it snows most of the winter, but that doesn't really stop you from running in it. Others of you may live in more inclement environments, and still others of you may not even live in environments such as these at all, but might be visiting areas where you may be needing a pair of gloves during a holiday or a colder climate run. Either way, here's my review of some of the gloves I use during my winter wonderland runs. Before I start, please consider subscribing. It's a small and easy thing for you to do that goes a long way in helping the channel. Also, if you liked the video and you found it helpful, please click the like button. Thanks. First, let's go over your favorite part of the video, the disclosures. I purchased all these gloves with my own money, with the exception of the Showers Pass pair, which were gifted to me. No one is paying me to review these gloves or to make this video. I'm not sponsored by any of the brands seen or mentioned, and these opinions and observations are my own. And no one gets a preview, edit, or can provide feedback prior to me posting this video here on the channel. Okay, so to preface, I have 4 I want to go over and a bonus pair toward the end of the video. The New Balance lightweight glove, the Craft Lumen glove, the Showers Pass waterproof glove, and lastly the New Balance men's cold weather hybrid performance glove. Now, I've organized the video in order of the warmest weather to the coldest inclement weather designed gloves. So essentially the lightest weight gloves to the heaviest weight gloves. Does that make sense? I hope it does. And feel free to skip around using the chapters depending on your needs. I'll leave an affiliate link of each product down in the description for your reference. I've purchased all these with the exception of the Showers Pass glove on Amazon, so just know that as part of the review. The links, if you click on one of them and purchase an item within 24 hours, I get a small commission from that product. It's a free and easy way to help support one of your favorite running YouTubers. Thanks guys. This really helps because I'll put that money back into the channel so you can get more product reviews like this one. So if you're interested, please consider using one of my affiliate links in the description box below. Thank you. Now let's get to the glove reviews. Starting with the lightest pair of gloves, this is the New Balance lightweight glove. I've had these since January of 2021 and bought 2 pair because I thought I lost these originally and loved them so much that I was like, hey, might as well get another pair, which is this black pair here. This color is called Dragonfly. The black version features a nice reflective logo on the back hand. It has a zigzag pattern on both of the gloves, which is really great for gripping. These gloves have proven to be very comfortable while on runs. I have no complaint over the fit. I bought these in a size large and they fit as expected. As far as the warmth, these, I would say, would be better in temperatures around the 50 to 40 degree range. That's Fahrenheit, of course. It's dependent upon factors such as wind gusts and also precipitation. While I am on the subject, these are very absorbent gloves. They do not have any water protection or water repelling materials, so I do not recommend those in especially rainy runs. These are very good for those light days such as fall and spring if you don't live in polarizing states like Alaska versus California. But unless you double up, I don't recommend these for any winter runs. Next up we have the Craft Sportswear ADV Lumen reflective gloves. The color is ash white flamino. I'm not really sure what the actual pronunciation is. Regardless, I bought these gloves for the purpose of staying visible during my night and early morning runs. They feature a highly reflective welded overlay right here. I wonder if I can catch that in the light. And an inner fleece liner to keep your hands warm in cooler conditions. The disclaimer is these are not great in temperatures below 45 degrees Fahrenheit. There is a slot or a pocket designed to be able to keep your keys, whether a car or house key. They don't necessarily work super well. Moving on, designed to work with the smartphone and smartwatches. This fingertip, I still found them to be almost entirely ineffective for that purpose. See, this is the thing. So it doesn't necessarily work with phones that I've noticed. But what it will work with is an Apple Watch. So when you actually wake up the screen, what you can actually do is end up going through and starting your workout. Obviously, you have a good dexterity for pausing and resuming runs. But as far as the phones, they don't necessarily work super well. And it's typically best in mild temperatures, nothing below freezing. Otherwise, I think that the gloves actually don't really perform very well in the cold when it comes to the touchscreen technology for the fingertips. So I really like the overall design, especially the high-vis yellow and the reflective overlay. This is surprisingly reflective. It's especially more reflective when it's actually more dark outside. So that is the Craft Lumen glove. Really nice. So if you're enjoying this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. Subscribers are the big drive behind any channel, and it goes a long way in showing me your support when you take the time to hit that subscribe button. Now back to the review. So glove number 3. This next glove was made by Portland, Oregon-based company Showers Pass. It is waterproof, and it is orange. Really nice. So it actually has the Showers Pass logo right here. This is kind of a grippy material here, and so is the inside palm as well. It's great for keeping your hands dry through your entire run. These provide a thicker material than previously mentioned gloves to keep your hands warmer in those rainy or winter runs. Although, still clarifying, I said they were waterproof, not cold-proof. It takes about a mile to a mile and a half, at least for my hands, to warm up before I feel comfortable running in these below freezing temperatures. There are no pockets in the palm, and these are not really designed to work with smartphones or touchscreens of any kind. But that's not a problem, because that's not really what they're designed for. The design intent and primary selling point is to keep your hands dry, as well as the orange color, to keep you more visible than other less eye-catching colors. I still have plenty of dexterity to operate physical buttons, not the screen buttons on my Apple Watch, to pause and resume runs, to start and stop recording on my GoPro. There are a lot of good grip pads in the palms, so I'm actually able to extend and retract my selfie stick when I'm out on my runs. Overall, this is an awesome choice for climates where it rains a lot. I actually used these in my winter runs last year when I was training for my marathon in the winter conditions, which is like snow and ice. The caveat with that is usually I had to, at least in my climate, use another layer on the inside, just to make sure that my hands were comfortable during those runs. Alright, so lastly is going to be my winter glove of choice this year. It's made by New Balance. It's a thicker glove, so it cuts down on the wind and is very warm in cold temperatures. It's downed on the backhand, and it's also very grippy on the palm. Inside it has a fleece liner, which has plenty of insulation to keep the cold out and keep the warm in. This glove includes a design called touch tip technology right here on the fingerprints and thumb, which you could assume from the name makes a glove useful when using touchscreens. And I have to say, thankfully, I've had a better experience using touchscreens with these gloves than even some of their other gloves that have the same alleged technology. In my opinion, New Balance actually has a better understanding than some of the other offerings of other gloves. This intention in mind is super helpful for the runner who needs to use a touchscreen display like an Apple Watch or any other sort of touchscreen displays out on the runs. These have worked flawlessly with my Apple Watch. However, surprisingly enough, it had trouble unlocking my iPhone 11 Pro when it came to swiping up from the bottom of the phone to unlock the display. It seems that depending on the angle you're using the gloves, it's more or less effective. Moving on, the design also features a zipper pocket right here, which the pocket actually sits over the wrist rather than the backhand, so there's plenty of space to slide in a gel or other small nutrition items. Of course, you can use it to stow your car or house key. It's probably more of its intended design, but regardless, there's definitely room for different items. Also, the pockets, as a pro tip, can double as a gel warmer in the dead of winter, even plenty of space for hand warmers, which is super helpful, especially in my climates. As a minor side note, as we're talking about sticky gels, there's not really a protective liner inside the glove. So if you happen to use half a gel when you're out on a run, or you stow your wrappers inside the pocket until you come across the waistband, the pocket inside will likely get a little sticky from the gel, and it would require, after your run, to run it through the wash. It would be nice to see an update in the future for this design, but it's certainly not a reason to pass up on buying these gloves. There are these nice pull tabs sewn on the inside of the wrist portion of the glove to make it easier to pull on the glove. They have a nice reflective logo right here. I'm not exactly sure how effective it is in getting anyone's attention, but it's there, and nonetheless it looks pretty cool anyway. These are not a waterproof glove. However, here on the backhand, you do have polyester, which you'll find tends to bead water off well. And lastly, they do fit true to size in large extra large. So it's a very nice glove overall. I really like that they're not too bulky like you would see in a ski glove, but not too thin that they would let rain in or snow or even wind. So all these gloves are very lightweight. Often keeping your hands warm during the fall, winter, and spring seasons can be your biggest obstacle. But picking one or a few of these gloves should help alleviate some of the stress with picking the right pair or pairs. If that's you, feel free to leave a comment below on which pair of gloves you think you might want to purchase. And as always, I leave affiliate links of these products, so if you use my link to make a purchase of one of these items, it helps me out, and Amazon actually sends me a small percentage of that sale. So please be sure to consider that when making the purchase. Thank you. And finally, as an added bonus, I've added, what's a ski type glove doing in a running review? Well, let me tell you, these can be used while shoveling snow and shredding the gnar, or on a walk, or on a run. This is what I'm actually suggesting these for. I feel like these are actually better for walks than some of these other ones, even technically like this one. Reason being, I found even that the thicker one from the New Balance wasn't super warm for a walk because you're not actually moving as much as you would on the run. I say that to reassure you that running in these will be great because you won't overheat your hands. In the coldest of cold weather, be it single digits or sub-zero temps, you need a glove you can really depend on to keep your hands both warm and dry. It doesn't need to be fancy or a running brand, it just really needs to be a pair of A/B gloves. I picked up this pair at Target.
I have everything I need from Target!
They were somewhere in the $25 range. These are made by Thinsulate, but you can actually pretty much buy any thicker style snow or ski glove as they all serve the same function. Now, if the bulkiness really gets to you, what I would suggest is wearing 2 layers. I know that sounds kind of counterintuitive, however, if you wear a thinner layer under these, when your hands are warm and roasty toasty, you can actually remove this glove as an outer layer and prevent you from overheating. You can stash it in a pack and you're good to go. Usually like clockwork, it doesn't really matter how thin the gloves are on my hands like these. Typically after about a mile to a mile and a half, they're fully warm and ready to go. And something like this will suffice. They might stink a little bit when you're done, but you can always wash it. As a bigger overarching disclaimer, I do still recommend you start each run with either sitting the glove on the register or even wearing it, depending on however long your hands take to get warm. You give yourself about a 5-minute window to keep the gloves on before heading out, especially on those cold runs outside. Just one more thing to ensure a better run experience out in the cold. And yes, I am realizing I am sounding like a dad now. I apologize. If you have gloves you like using during winter sessions, let me know in the comments what those gloves are and what kind of weather you typically use them in. Hope you found this review helpful. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and always, I love hearing from you guys, all the encouraging words you guys have to say. And finally, the next time somebody asks you what your favorite running YouTube channel is, just tell them, it's time to run. Flaminos.